Okay, I'm going to work through this last compound interest problem with you. We're looking at $12,700 times 8.8% compounded semi-annually for 1 year. This is really a pretty great problem because you're only going to have to do it twice. So let's start off by thinking about we have semi-annually, and this is compounded, and it's for 1 year. So we're really going to have two lines here. We're going to have the first 6 months, 1 through 6. That'll be the first 6 months. And then we're going to have months 7 through 12. And I'll go ahead and I'll label these. These are the months. All right, that's what semi-annual means, twice a year. So we start off by just taking a look at the total amount. So we have 12,700, and I'm going to skip the dollar signs. And we have 12,700, and we're going to take that times the 8.8% interest. So that's 0.0. If I move this, 1, 2, I got 0.088. And I'm going to take that times, it's semi-annually. So the formula of PRT, the interest equals the principal. Here's my principal. Here's the rate. And this is the time. This is always in years. We're semi-annually. We're only doing 6 months, so I can't put a 1 down. That would be for 1 year. So I have to put down a 0.5. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pop that into my calculator. I think you can see my calculator if I put it at an angle. All right, so I'll put clear this out. I got 12,700. I'm take that times 0.088. Take that times 0.5. It's 558.8. All right, now I'm just going to take that number and I'm going to carry it. That's how much interest I've made. So here's my interest, and here is my principal. I'm going to add those together because that's where my starting balance is for months 7 through 12. So if this was January through June, this would be July. So on July 1st, I'd have 558.8, and I will add in 1,200, 700 that I started with. So on the 1st of July, I would have $13,258.80. I'll bring this right over here. This is where my new number is. Now, it's the same interest rate, and again, it's for another half of a year. So I'm going to take that times 0.088, and I'm going to take that times 0.5, half of a year. Let's see what I get. I know it should be a little bit bigger than this because that's how much interest I got on 12,700. I'm getting a little bit more because my principal is bigger. All right, so let's take this. Now I've already got that number right in the calculator, so I'm just carrying the number without clearing. I'm going to take it times 0.088, and I'm going to take that times 0.5. 583. Does my answer make sense? Well, because I had 558 before, and I knew it was going to be a little bit more. Yeah, that makes sense. But I've got to do some rounding. It's 538.7 or 583.387. Looking over here, this is big enough to make that $583.39. So that's what I'm going to put down. Equals 583.39. All right, now to get my total, I have to take this interest and add it back into that principal because that's where I started July 1st. Now on January 1st of the next year, I'll have earned this much interest, so I'm going to have the sum of these two numbers. So let me just pop that into the calculator real quick. 583.39, and I'm going to add that to $13,258.80. Looks like I've got a total of $13,842.19. Anybody else get that? Sweet, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, there's your answer. Now, if I were to go for another 6 months, I would do the same thing. I would just keep going. I just add the interest to the opening principal, and I keep going. But I only needed to do it for a very short period of time. It was just semi-annually. Here's my problem. It was semi-annually for 1 year. All right. Thanks for watching.